Welcome in and thanks for joining today smc_me_I. Welcome in and thanks for joining today's stream elements. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Rugmat. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Rugmatbud.
Oh yeah.
The ad is starting now and will go for 180 seconds.
I like the song. feel the music's kind of low, music's kind of high. When I talk, it goes down. It's called ducking, audio ducking. I set that up so that when I'm talking, it lowers it so you can hear me better. Now it's time for the normal dance. Good to see you, Rugmat Butt. May, you all are especially early. I'm probably just dancing with the two of you now. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dance together, just us few here. Rugmat Butt. Rugmat Butt. Gotta get down on Friday. It's time to dance. Redeem Matrix. Claps in chat.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today's early death.
Welcome, Surly. Oh my god, indeed. I just realized I never turned the light on.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Fredberg.
Made it just in time. High five. That poor chair. Claps. Dancing in the dark. In the black void here. I'm in a black hole. No, same chair, May. Woo! All right.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Clarkio.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome into the Clarkio Shenanigans Show. If that's your first time seeing the intro dance, how do you feel right now? Feeling okay? Hanging in there? Bless your heart for watching that. Happy to have you here. I am Clarkio, your host. This is the Clarkio Shenanigans Show every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time right here on twitch.tv/ClarkIO or youtube.com/ClarkIO, or you could say Clarkio, but I'm spelling it out so you know how to do it, how to be here, how to join. Like that. IO. I need to do some rebranding. We don't do the light bulb anymore. Anybody in chat remember the light bulb? Remember this branding? Why this branding's here? Now the music's too loud in my ears and probably too loud on stream. Hey, I'm happy to be here, Clarkio. No idea? I know I can change the color. I thought you were here for that, Rugmat. You've been around quite some time. I used to have a light bulb that sat next to me on camera, and you all could change. That's how this all started. That was the first like coding project I worked on this stream. This was back in 2018. I was using like Azure's AI services then, like natural language processing, NLP. Okay, and I would send in each chat message that was prefaced with the prefaced with the command !bulb, and then you put in whatever color you wanted, like change the color to blue or something like that. And so the natural language processing AI would evaluate that, parse out the color, well, determine if the intent was for the light bulb changing, and if it wasn't, then it would ignore it. It would parse out the color, and then I would get that color and send it to the light bulb API and change the color of that. Yes, that was before your time, May. It was like 2018 to 2019. I worked on that project for quite some time on stream. We added all kinds of features and functionality. It was like my custom chatbot for my stream that did all the sound effects and all that stuff. And then I switched over to not using that light bulb and therefore not needing really a custom chatbot. And I moved over to StreamerBot, which is a tool built by somebody else. Nothing will ever top the dryer stream. I hear you on that one. That's the oldie buddy goodie. You followed in October 2021. I feel like I may have. Yeah, so I wasn't deep into. Actually, October 2021 is when I first started. Actually, 4 years ago. Not to the day, but 4 years ago this month, I started working at Sneak. Speaking of, shout out to Sneak, my company that I work for, SNYK. You can check us out at snyk.io. It's a developer security platform giving you developer security tools to help keep your software safe and secure as you're building it out. Hashtag not sponsored, hashtag not an ad, hashtag not endorsed. Just big shout out to my leadership that affords me the time on Friday afternoons to stream here on my channel and keep my skills up. I didn't find Twitch till 2019. Okay, fair enough, May. What else do I see in chat? So it's good to see you, Rugmat, Frackberg, May. Thank you for being here even with the early start today. Surly Dev, good to see you as well. I like how Surly Dev came in during the dance and said, oh my God, what a point to come in on. Surly Dev, you've been around long enough. I think you know that I do that as my intro opening to the stream, right? You've seen it before, but you're just saying like, oh my gosh, what a time to join the stream. Frackwork said made it just in time. So there you go. There's the other side of it. Rugman says, oh no, guess we will have to do the dance again if the light wasn't on. Very funny, very funny. So yeah, not a new chair, May. I've had this chair for so long. So long. It's very good, high quality chair, and I am not getting rid of it for another 10 years unless something catastrophic happens to it. Surly Dev says, yeah, that's why I came in at that time and you were full screen, multiple of you, staring. Hey, Kevin Labs. Welcome in, first time chatter. Happy to have you here. Hi, I just heard Sneak. Yes. Are you familiar with Sneak? Or you have questions about Sneak? Happy to help with that. But thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting. Hope you stick around. For those of you that know, you know the usual agenda for this show, Clarkio Shenanigans Show. Okay, we start off just chatting, talking like this. Talk about wins of the week. If you don't know what that is, use the command in the chat to find out more. ! WOTW stands for wins of the week, and bot will tell you a little bit more about what that's about. And then if you have anything to share for that, feel free to do that, and we will celebrate your win with you. And then we get into Wordle and connections. Wordle, I play competitively against you all. You don't want me to guess it. Connections will play together. And then we get into the technical segment of the show, which is where I've been working on this helper assisting tool for the game Words on Stream that enhances the experience for beginners and veterans, experienced players of that game. I've been having a lot of fun working on that, even off stream. I'm highly motivated on it, and I'm just riding that wave. I need to while I can, because at some point I'm going to lose interest, and it's just going to kind of go a little stagnant like some of my other projects. So we're enjoying the time we have with the Words on Stream tool. I don't see that happening anytime soon where I'm going to stop working on it. Just a heads up on that. You're familiar with it? Okay, that's good to hear. Kev IV Labs, Keviv Labs. What do you prefer? I like when I'm referencing you in the chat and chatting with you. You let me know. Surly Dev's win of the week. I caught part of the chair dance. That's awesome to hear. Thank you for sharing that. Round of applause in chat for Surly Dev. And the staring that you got to see. What else? So some of my wins. I got a haircut this week. I love when I get a haircut. I feel like $1 million after a haircut. So shout out to my barber. I love haircut weeks. What else? Work is going great. I got a great mid-year review. I really love... I know I sound like a broken record to a lot of you, but I love my company. I love my team. I love my leadership. I love the stuff that I work on. Like, everything is just meshing so nicely, and I'm just trying to bask in this moment. Although it's been 4 years of this now, so it's definitely not just a moment, but like, this is a really highlight of my career working here right now. So shout out to all involved with that. So that's another win. Things are going good there. What else? Oh, I had my doctor appointment. I chatted with you all about how I was waking up in the middle of the night to go pee-pee, to do pee-pees. My doctor said it's not anything to be concerned about unless it got up to like multiple times in the middle of the night, like 3 to 6 plus times. Then you need to be worried about it. Maybe see a urologist. But because it's just like once a night, once or twice a night, that's not too big of an issue. And I was like, okay, but like I'm not getting good quality sleep because I'm waking up for that. And he's like, all right, well, you could do melatonin, which I was surprised he told me that, because I've done melatonin. I've tried melatonin before. It does work for me. It does help, but it's not really good for you to be using and be on for an extended period of time, is my understanding. I think we're still figuring out, we being humans in society, the impacts of taking a supplement like melatonin, the long-term impacts of that and stuff like that. So I'm hesitant to jump back on that, but also melatonin kind of makes me feel a little more groggy in the morning. It helps me sleep, and I feel like I sleep deeply and well with it, so that's a positive of it. But a slight negative, because it's not too bad, is I tend to feel pretty groggy in the morning after. So there's that. So he said he recommended melatonin, valerian root, which sounds like something from Viking times. But I haven't tried that out or checked that out. And then magnesium L-threonate, and that's one. So he's recommending to do like all 3 or something like that, I think. So I was like, I'm gonna try one and see how I react to that first, and go from there. So I'm starting out with magnesium L-threonate, and I started that yesterday. You have to take 3 capsules of that a day. Like typically people do like 1 in the morning and then 2 in the evenings or something like that. I've been kind of going with every meal. I'd take 1, and so far I don't know that I see significant difference. I definitely was super tired last night, but that's probably because I also exercised for an hour yesterday, and it was a hard class yesterday. So I zonked out. So I don't know if that was more so, maybe it was a combination of both, but in any case, we'll see how it goes. I want to wait about a week of it. Hey, thank you for the follow.
Hey, Keviv Labs.
Keviv Labs.
Thanks for hitting the...
I'm gonna pronounce it the way the bot pronounces it. Keviv Labs. If that's all right, you let me know. Yeah, no preferences. I follow Laurent as well for this research. Oh, okay, cool. Well, welcome. That's great to hear. So yes. So that's part of the win of the week, is that my doctor said, I got basically a good report from my doctor on my health, that I'm doing well, I'm doing everything positive. The slightly high cholesterol, he was like, it could be, hereditary, and like type of thing. Because I was saying I was kind of bummed out that like last year when I saw him, I had the same situation where I had elevated the bad cholesterol, a high level of that. And at that time I wasn't really exercising regularly. So I was like, okay, I already have the diet pretty dialed in. Okay. With some exceptions to that. But overall, like generally speaking, my diet averages on the healthy side more so than like in the middle or bad side. Okay. So with that in mind, I'm like, all right, the only other piece to the puzzle is to exercise more. And I've been doing that for like a year now, almost a year. And I thought my blood work would have shown that. Still had a high level of cholesterol. So not too high. Like it's in the mild, like the slightly elevated range type of thing. But in any case, I want it to be, you want all your stuff to be in the good range, So with that, he was like, yeah, it's probably just hereditary type of thing. And you just, you can try. He didn't act. Well, that was the other thing. He didn't give me any suggestions on that. But I might try eating more fish, getting more omega-3s in my diet, and we'll see if that maybe helps next time too. But in any case, overall, great bill of health going so far. He said, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing everything right, which was nice to hear. And that all went well. So that's another win of the week for me. What else? Kids are happy and healthy. They're doing good.
For joining today, Nafron.
Hey, Nafron. Hello, world and fishes and omega-3. Yeah. Good to see you, Nafron. What's your win of the week if you got one to share? And everybody else, get yours queued up. I'm going to read them out in just a moment. I'm just yapping to yap right now with my wins of the week to buy you all some time to think of something positive that happened this week that you might want to share with us that we could celebrate together. So, what was I going to say? Oh, I wanted to talk logistics too. So I have to leave a little bit early today because we got some travel going on. My oldest is on a competitive team, and we got to go travel, and we want to try and beat rush hour. So, because otherwise, a trip that's supposed to take like an hour and a half, 2 hours could turn into like 3 hours. So, that's why I started a little early today. So heads up on that, and I need to leave earlier than usual today. Exact time is yet to be determined exactly. I'm waiting for Mrs. Clarkio to give me the signal of like, countdown to like when we got to get going. But that's logistics for today. That's what's going on. I will be back next week. So like, let's talk about October since this is the first stream of October. So we have a little bit of a shortened stream today, although I started early, and that's what's going on. Next Friday, I should be fine for a normal stream. Nothing impacting there. That would be October 10th. October 17th, I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be gone on a trip. And I will not be here at all. So there's no stream October 17th. So heads up on that. Prepare yourselves. I know it's very devastating to your schedules. No dance or anything like that. But we will still be in touch via Discord. Speaking of, !Discord for the invite link if you want to stay connected there when streams are not live. And then I was thinking there's something else the following week on the 24th. I think I have something else going on. No, I think I should be back to normal. Maybe not actually. No, I'm not, because we have another trip, another competitive team trip that we got to do. And I think it's going to impact the stream on the 24th. So it may be like 2 weeks back to back where I don't stream. The 17th and maybe the 24th I won't be here. Definitely the 17th I won't be here. The 24th I might not be here. And then 31st should be normal, although that's Halloween, so we'll probably have maybe a slightly shorter one on that. So that's the logistics for the month of October for streams. So just heads up on that. I'm here now with a slightly abbreviated stream. Normal stream next Friday the 10th. No stream Friday the 17th. Maybe no stream Friday the 24th. Back on the 31st for sure. Okay? PTO approved, chat. PTO approved. All right, now that we got that out of the way, any other wins of the week? TwitchCon? No, I'm not going to TwitchCon. Let's catch up on the rest of the chat here. Surly Dev says maybe get one of those daylight lamps for in the morning, or one that comes on and gets brighter as your morning alarm. I like that suggestion. Thank you for that. That's not a problem, actually. I mean, I appreciate you offering your input and ideas around that. And I find that kind of stuff helpful. So keep it coming. In our situation, it's not a matter of waking up and all that and getting sunlight. Actually, it's funny. Mrs. Clarkio wants to get like more, like either different blinds or dark out. What are they called? The blackout shades that like complete, because our bedroom in the new place here has like way more windows than our old bedroom, and it's super bright in the morning. Although now with the shifting of time and like how much daylight we have and all that, mornings are staying darker for the time that we normally wake up and get things going for the day with the kids and whatnot. So it's not being as much of an issue nowadays anyway. But anyway, it's funny you bring that up with the morning light thing. Sir Jeff says, I will definitely be using my daylight lamp in the mornings again this winter. Last winter it was hard. I just kept forgetting to use. Oh, you mean for the winter? Yeah, that might be, you know what? Maybe in that case, it might be something worth looking into. We'll see. I appreciate that suggestion, Surly Dev. Frackberg says, I got my haircut this morning too. All 3 of them. Congrats on that. Round of applause. Happy for you. Anything else? Any other wins of the week in the chat? It's okay if not. No pressure. Did you see my chair redeem? I did not. I was looking at work stuff really quick. In fact, I didn't fully finish looking at that. Okay. You redeemed chair? What do you, so what's like, so normally for that rug mat, I would have my stuff set up to where it would be, you don't see me at all and you just see chair moving around and chair would talk to you. I don't have that set up. So do you want me to reimburse you and reject that channel point redemption? Or do you just want me to like leave for a few minutes? Let me know. May says, win of the week, my team won last Sunday. Congrats on that. That was a good win. Happy for you. Round of applause. Shirley Jeff says, you were saying you were struggling waking up. Lamps that simulate sunrise are supposed to help with that. Did I say that? I'm sorry. I misspoke. I said, well, what I thought I mentioned was like, anytime I've taken melatonin, it makes me feel groggy in the morning. And I was surprised that my doctor was recommending that a bit. Maybe that's what you're talking about. But yeah, I struggled to, well, my main issue in the past has been struggling getting to sleep and staying asleep. Waking up is not an issue really, which is a good thing, I guess, in some factors. Frackberg says the 17th is approved because I will also be out. Not sure about the next one though. Okay, fair enough. Reimburse, I suppose. Okay. One day I'll get that set back up again. Rugmat says, no, obviously you need to set it up again. Yes. Yeah. Kevin Lab says PR and deadlift today, but that was most probably I went to the gym after a work meeting, which got me mad. Okay, fair enough. Congrats on that though, Win. Thank you for sharing, Kevin Labs, and that's awesome to hear. It's not awesome to hear that the work meeting got you mad, but I'm glad you channeled that into motivation to set up PR and deadlift today. That's awesome. Oh man. Speaking of deadlift and work and exercising, yesterday's like class, like, so I like going to the class that I go to because it's like, it feels like I'm on a team. There's other people that are following the coach's direction. And this is the most, I've said it before on stream, but I'll say it again for folks maybe that haven't heard it. This has kept me the most consistent with just exercising. Okay. I'm not looking to be like this, I'm just trying to be healthy. Okay. So with that in mind, this has kept me the most consistent being in like this class approach. And they have different like templates for the classes where you'll do that way. And that keeps it fresh too. Right. And I like that about it. But the template yesterday was like heavy. Like we normally do like full body kind of workout type of stuff. And cardio and whatnot all in an hour. This one was like very heavy legs. Like you're doing all different variations of squats and deadlifts, like kind of deadlifts. We don't actually do deadlifts because they don't have like they don't have the barbell. They have dumbbells and stuff like that you use, but they don't have barbells, and there's not like a bench where I'm doing bench presses or anything like that, like a typical gym. So, but in any case, my thighs and my legs are just so sore and on fire from yesterday. Well, they were on fire yesterday, especially. We were doing jump squats. Oh my gosh, it was like the worst. I don't know how I survived it, honestly. But I made it through. I was proud of myself for pushing through and not giving up on it. But in any case, yeah. Nice job on that deadlift, Kevin Labs. And thank you for sharing again. Any other wins of the week? Let me know. Sore legs? Never had that problem. Yeah, Mr. Cyclist over there. Probably have sore legs every dang day of your life right now. All right, let's get into Wordle. As a reminder, when we play Wordle, you want me to lose. You don't want me to get it. You want me to fail. Okay? If I guess it in 3 or less guesses, I get a point. If it takes me more than that, 3 to 6 guesses, you all get a point. If I fail completely, which that's what happened last stream, you all get 3 points. Actually, did that happen last stream? Also, I think I only changed, now that I think about it, last stream, I think I only gave you all 1 point. Instead of 3, right? What happened last stream? Let me look. Is there a way to like see the change to that? Because I keep updating the original message. What was last Friday? September something.
Welcome in and thanks for joining.
What's up, Slugger?
Slugger 9066.
You should work on an app to keep track of the Wordle score. Oh my goodness. You know, Slugger, that is a fantastic idea. It would be really great if I did something like that. Maybe, just maybe, that would really help. You know what, Slugger? I got something for you already. You set me up nicely for that one. I built out the Clarkio Discord Wordle bot. That's right. And if you join the Discord and you share your Wordle results, the bot will keep track of your scores into a database. And if you'd like, you can opt into showing up on the Clarkio Wordle leaderboard. Let me show you. You go to clarkio.com/Wordle. And bam, here's the leaderboard. Rugmat has surpassed me in the number of wins. And by this, wins, losses, and ties is basically against everybody else in the channel. Successes and failures of whether you actually completed the Wordle for that day. So notice the difference in numbers there for people, okay? So wins is like you outright were the one that got that Wordle in the lowest or shortest amount of guesses for that day, okay? And Rugmat has surpassed me and has a nice lead on me right now. Frackberg is catching up too. So if you'd like to do that, join up in the Discord, !Discord for the invite. Go into the Wordle channel, share your results whenever you get a Wordle done, or you can use the built-in Wordle player, but just make sure you copy the results from that and paste it in here, because my bot will not capture that for us. And then you need to opt in. If you want to show up on the leaderboard, you need to opt in. If you don't want to show up on the leaderboard, you can just leave it. Or if you had already opted in, you can opt out. And the way you do that is through the command, bring it in here, bring it in, opt in. Okay. If you want to opt out, opt out. And there you have it. So I was trying to see, what was last Friday, chat? What was the date? Didn't I fail? Or was that like a couple of streams ago? Was it the 26th? I forgot to play Wordle today, in the last like month and a half. Yeah, I've noticed you haven't been playing. I figured you just got busy. Rugman says, LOL, Twitch just sent the notification that you were live.
08.
What's going on there, Twitch? Hey, Sean A. Good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday. What's your win of the week if you got one? The 26th, yeah? All right, so let's see. Did I update that correctly then, I wonder? So if we go to pin messages, jump to that. I think I only gave you all a point last stream. Let's go to youtube.com. Sorry, I need to clarify this. We need to get accurate records here, chat. Go to my lives and we look at last stream when I did the Wordle. That. When did I update though? I passed it a little bit. Right there. Okay, we're close. Right around here. Let's see. Oh no, I got it. No, I failed. Yeah, it was Dally. So I failed. You missed last Friday. Yes, I did miss last Friday. I failed it. The word was Dally. Dilly-dally. And I was guessing Bally, Wally. None of that worked. All right, dude, update the Discord, Clarkio. What's taking so long? Okay, here we go. Paste in my results. Bam, bam, slam. All right, now go to pin messages. Change. Edit this. So what? Wait, pause. All right, so yes, you all were at 24 before I changed it. Why didn't you all call me out on this live on stream? You all should be at 27. And lifetime score is going to be 52. Chat, you got to hold me accountable there. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think I got so distracted because I didn't update the last updated point in time. I think I was forgetting to do that. So we got into that. I think we got distracted by that. All of us. All right. So you have a very commanding lead, chat. Very commanding lead. I'm glad we got that squared away. Sean's win of the week. My new PC is almost done being built. That's awesome. That's a fun project. Love doing that. Congrats. Thank you for sharing. Crackbrick says, I didn't say anything because your Friday luck has been so bad lately. I didn't want to make you feel worse. Oh. So you did notice then, huh? May says, last Friday the 26th, day after my B-Day. Yes. Slugger, what do you think of that app to keep track of the Wordle score? You don't need an app. You can just use Discord. Discord Clarkio Wordle channel. Right here. Bam. Let me know what you think. Fragberg says, I bought some compression massage boots that work my full leg. They're heaven after a hard ride. Oh, is that one of those things that like it looks like you got like a balloon wrapped around your leg type of thing? You know? Oh, that's cool, yeah. Sean says, I didn't say anything because I was on a plane. That's right. Rugman says, you're going to have to add some extra streams in November if you ever hope to catch up. I know. True. Slugger says, when Clarkio submits score on Fridays, then update the pin message to update Clarkio versus chat score. That would be nice. I could add that to the Discord Wordle bot. That would be a nice feature to add there, for sure. I think I have that code public, right? GitHub.com/Clarkio. It should be. It's like Discord Wordle bot. Discord Wordle bot, yes. So if you want to take a look, if you're interested, Slugger, no pressure. I'm just saying, because I'm not working on that project anytime soon. But if you'd like to check it out, there's the link in the. Nope, I didn't copy it properly, I guess. So there's the link for the repo if you want to check that out. All right. Nafron says, win of the week. I reorganized my work area, and now it's clean and organized. That's a nice feeling. Congrats on that, and thank you for sharing, Nafron. Round of applause in chat. Yes, enhance the bot. Slugger, I hear you. That's a great idea. I like it. And yeah, no pressure or anything like that. I'm just letting you know. Maybe at least open up an issue. I mean, I could do that actually. Paste that back in here. Issue, hard mode, extra points, new issue, automatically update Clarkio versus chat score whenever you add your Wordle results from a Friday stream. Have it automatically update the pinned message that keeps track of the score between you and chat. There we go. All right, thank you for that suggestion. That way it'll stay at least with the project and I can look at it later on. All right, time for Wordle. So we're gonna start with chart as always. Ooh, okay. Is it Spumoni? Is it, I was gonna say shade, but there's no H. Smack? Smurf? Smates? Keviv Labs. Late here, have to drop. Have a good weekend, Clark. Thank you. Hey, get some rest, Keviv Lab. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that. Have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. It's clearly share. Yeah, nice try, Sean. Chair. Yeah, chair. It's clearly chair, Frackbart. A very nice use of the Clarky2 stare emote right there, Nafron. I like to see that. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Swell? I want to get some other vowels in there, but it's probably not another vowel. Swammy. It could be spade. I'm gonna go with spade. Oh my gosh! For a second there, I was like, I got it in two. Spank. Spumoni. Spam. Space. Nice try. Nice try. There's no E. You're not getting me to fail right there. There's no way it's spank, right? Is it spank? I'm just gonna try and see if there's any other options. Spawn. It could be spawn. I feel like I gotta guess spank. Spave? Spell? Spiel? Spate. There's no T. Nice try. You almost got me there. There's no R. Nice try as well, Surly Dev. You all are on your game today trying to trick me. Normally you all aren't trolling me this hard when I'm trying to play it. Spain. I like that guess, Surly Dev, but I don't trust you. You want me to fail. I literally have to get it on this guess to get a point and start redeeming myself. Spack, like spackle? Spawn? It's either spawn or spank. I'm going with spank. Final answer. Ah, is it spawn? Oh my gosh, what is it? Oh no, now I gotta, no. No. Is it Spain? It's not Spain because there's no N. Why did I do spawn? Oh my gosh, that was such a bad guess. I knew there was no N. I sent that too quickly. Oh. I have such bad luck on Fridays, man. Oh man, will we get the Clarkio Redemption arc? Not this week. Son of a gun. Sister's pajamas. Oh, golly. Spax? What the frick is this? It's... You can do it. Thank you, Slugger. I appreciate the encouragement. Spaz? What could this word be? Spaff? Spall? Spamos. I keep wanting to say spumoni. Spax? Spaz. It's got to be spaz, right? Oh, man, I don't want it. I don't want to send that just yet. Spame? Spafe? Spall? Spawn? I'm going spaz. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. I'm going to have back-to-back failures on stream. Oh, this is bad. I don't know what is spall a word? Spawn? Only one way to find out if spall is a word. Am I allowed to look it up, chat? Or is that cheating? Spale? Spame? Spay? Sean says shrug. Slugger says send it. Spaff? Spall? Spally? Spark. I can't do spark. Surly Dev. We know there's no R in cat. You're really trying to get me to fail, right? You're genuinely trying to get me to fail, Surly Dev? Is that what's going on here? Are you like hard trolling me? I'm already knocked down. I don't need to be knocked down further, Surly Dev. Come on now. All right, I'm gonna go spall. There is no R and no K. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go spall. I can't see any other word. I'm sure there probably is. As long as you get back up again. I mean, I always do. Slugger. What a perfect name for that. I'm a slugger. Get back up and slug again. All right, send it. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, spasm. Oh, it's always the double letters. It's always the double letters. Spall is a word, by the way. What does that mean? A chip, fragment, or flake from a piece of stone or ore. To chip or crumble. It's a word. Hey, positive note, I learned a new word. This was such a bad guess right here, spawn. After doing spank, because then I would have done spaz and spall, and it would have given me at least one more guess, and I might have come to the conclusion of spasm. I might have had a chance there. But man, that's just terrible. Back to back.
Thanks for joining today.
Failures.
The answer is...
Oh, I am devastated. Chat, we're making sure you're getting 3. 27 plus 3 is 30. 52 plus 3 is 55. You got such a commanding lead on me. And we are in October. October 3rd. Oh, mamma mia. That's just devastating. Actually, I don't need to hide it. You all are seeing it. Jeez Louise. You were screaming double letters? Yeah. I always struggle. That's the one like mental blocker I have with Wordle. Even knowing it, I still forget to think like I can use one of these other letters still. It never occurred to me in that entire time I was playing that I would use S again. It's a struggle. Clarkia will never financially recover from this. LOL, I log into this account and find I have a gift sub from a random channel. Nice. Nice, Rugmat. 3 points, baby. Yep. Congrats on those 3 points. All right, let's play connections together. Let's have some fun. Let's at least get this in. Let's get a clean sweep on this one, huh, chat? That'll make me happy. 5 shuffles. All right, what are 4 words that have some type of connection between them? Extremity, limit, border. I don't see a 4th on that one. Edge. There we go. Okay, boundary. We got that. We got that. Past tense, editor, Edelweiss, Tasmanian devil. There's something with that, like the Taz, the pronunciation of this Taz, Edelweiss, probably, right? Instead of Edelweiss. Past tense, Edward, Eddie, cabaret. That's got a different. There's got to be a 4th one with that, like Eddie, maybe. Editor, tornado, Mamma Mia. You think that goes with it? Is there another way to pronounce that? Mia. Mamma Mia. You think so, Sean? I'll send it, but memory, like everything sounds the way it's pronounced, right? Past tense, maybe education. Eddie, educator, editor, Edward, all start with ED. That is true, May. Shirley Dev says Taz does a little tornado in the cartoons. True. But then what else would go with it, right? Like there's tornado, Tasmanian devil. I don't know what else would go with that, right? Hear me out though, chat. Like there's like the even though the letters, you know, this is typical English, right? The letters like cabaret. Like looking at it, if you didn't know to pronounce it cabaret, you would say cabaret, right? Edelweiss, like in German, the W, German and other language, right? W is pronounced like V, so Edelweiss. Instead of saying Tasmanian devil, it's Tasmanian devil, right? So Mamma Mia. Mia? Is that what you're trying to say, Sean? Mia instead of Mia, yeah. All right, I'm sending it. Let's see. 1 away. What is it? Football was pronounced how... I think it's Eddie. Might be Eddie and Edie. Edelweiss. Is that how you say it? Edelweiss? Instead of Edelweiss. Edelweiss. I got it. Thank you, Shirley Dev. I think it's Edie or Eddie. I'm going to try that. Oh, no. Now we're completely... So that's nothing. So Mamma Mia is definitely in it. It's one of these other ones that's not. Yes, Mamma Mia is an ABBA song. Mamma Mia. Here I go again. Maybe we're going for the too hard of a one, right? I mean, I tend to. You need to run the meeting. All right, have a good meeting, Sean. Hopefully see you when you get back. If not, have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. Eddy Currents. All right, let's in distant memory and past tense. No. This is a hard one. I don't think I see any other real connections here. What do you got, chat? What do you think? Of course, if you've already played connections today, then, you know, just keep silent, please. Or you can drop hints. You can drop hints. That's okay, too. Just don't give it away. I was asking Mrs. Clarko when I should stop streaming, like what we're looking at schedule-wise, and she's saying she wants to leave around 3:30. So I was like, okay, I'll stop streaming around 3. She's like, maybe 2:50, and she's like, if you have to poop, maybe 2:30. Oh, yeah. She knows me too well. Rugman's got a hint. Circles. Circles. So tornado, Tasmanian devil. What else goes in circles? The current and eddy? Eddy currents? Football spiral? All right, let's send it. Wow, they move in a spiral. Well done, Slugger. I didn't think I was going to get that last one there. All right. Does that narrow down what we were saying before? Cabaret, Edelweiss. Yeah, Tasmanian devil wasn't in it. Mamma Mia. And Edward? One away. Still one away. What is it? Memory? Editor. I think it might be education. No. Oh, no. What was it? Songs from musicals. What May, you were right. May, you were on to something with the ed. Editor, education, Edward, and then past tense was going to be the fourth one, though. Not Edelweiss. Edelweiss. Songs from musicals. Cabaret, Edelweiss, Mamma Mia, Memory. Definitely would not have gotten that. I don't know. Mamma Mia I'm familiar with. Cabaret, sure. Edelweiss and Memory. I wouldn't have figured that out. Past tense, ed. Words that end in ed. Edward can be ed could be short for Edward. Ed could be short for education. Ed could be short for editor. I don't know that I would have gotten that one either. That's tough connections today. Tough connection. Memories from Cats? Is it? The show Cats, says May. Okay. Didn't know. I'm not very educated in all that. All right, so failed connections and Wordle today. We're off to a great start. Happy Friday. How's your Friday going, chat? How's your Friday going? Edelweiss is a song. Didn't mention that. Yeah, no worries. Sorry, Dev. It's all good. We try. All right, let's get into coding. Let's get into words on stream. All right, so off stream in the Discord. Let's get connected to my code space here. Off stream, I've basically been continuing where we left off from last stream in the sense of working on the front end of the words on stream tool. And I remember we pushed some changes to do the whole, what you saw a second ago here, to do this whole thing, right? These little like chips, word chips, if you will, word blocks. And we've gotten a lot of feedback on that from Dylan, from May, and from another streamer that's starting to use it thanks to May bringing them on. And that is Luca or Leica. How do they pronounce it, May? Leica? They also said that get rid of the word list, or get rid of the little blocks and just do words with commas again, separated by commas again. So that's what we're going to do first and foremost, get that pushed out. Although I have some stuff in the works that I need to commit as well. What was I doing? I was trying to tweak. So Dylan has shared, for those of you that are not familiar, haven't heard, shout out to Dylan really quick. Let me do that so you can check them out. Okay, thank you, May. Shout out Dylan R. Carp, who's live right now. Dylan runs a 24/7, essentially a 24/7 words on stream channel. Okay, and pop that up here really quick. So the reason I'm bringing him up, one, we tend to rate into his stream, but two, you can see his layout. He's using the words on stream tool. He puts the correct words on this side, the letters and hidden letters
to start in 2 minutes.
There, his chat, and then the current level information, like the all-time best is in the top right. It's kind of hidden by the live symbol there, and then the daily best for that day, 61. So I was trying to use that as a template to build out the layout. And last I left off, I was working on it yesterday, is trying to get, I got that layout set up. Let me just show you. That's probably the quickest way to do it. Last week on stream, we were working on an auto scroll, which we're going to probably just get rid of that because that's not going to work considering the speed at which the game can be played at times. Is this it? Is this? Yes, this is what I was working on last. We can close that chat out. So what I was trying to do is make
an ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
Make the when I have the board showing in streamer mode. So we got to go to streamer. I made a streamer view. Say widget. Say true. Or we don't need widget. It just defaults to that. Board equals true. We want. And then end. Twitch channel. Mirror. Actually, I do need that put in there because otherwise it's not going to connect. Basically need this one. Streamer question mark. Board is just going to be true. I think that should be good. Yes. All right. So then when you zoom out a little bit here, you can see I got that layout kind of going, right? Imagine the chat's here, although I can turn that on too. Chat equals true. And there's the layout, right? Pretty nice. What I was working on last night though is this board, this wasn't filling out perfectly. In fact, if I undo, well, I don't want to undo my changes, but actually I could uncheck it and show you. So what was happening is there was like added space, like this gap that you can see in between. It was much bigger before. And so what I was working on was tweaking that to make it fill the space better. And so I can show you how I did that. Dylan might want to know this too, because this is a little bit better than the, like, because Dylan shared the CSS that he overwrites inside of his streaming software, OBS, on top of this tool. And I got a better solution in place with a little help from. So there you go. So you could see it normally is like right around there. What else did I change about this?
The ad is starting now and will go for 180 seconds.
And then container. Close that all off, right? Yeah, so we got rid of that. And then on the iframe, you get rid of all this stuff. And what Dylan tries to do is he increases the like height, like that type of thing, which works okay, but it does it in a direction, you know, in directions that don't really fill it out right. So I wanted to scale it from the center and explode it out. So that's what this stuff does. It's something that I learned about CSS. Oops. That's what I learned about CSS, is that you, with position absolute, we got to make sure that the parent is also doing that hidden overflow. You can use the transform origin, so center, and then how much you want to scale, like how much you want to, or what type of transform you want to do. I want to scale it up, so I can. You see how that works from the center there? So like if I want to make it super small, I want to scale it down to 50%. There we go. We got it. You get what I'm saying? If I want it at normal amount, that's what it looks like normally. And I want to bump that up to like whatever I had it, 1.5, 0.6, 1.7, 8. I think 1.7 is probably the best one. So I might change it to that. Right, and then the key of this too is I don't want it to overflow outside of its. So what I did is I'm using a grid layout. That's what you see here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. And so I set the words on stream board to fill over 3 rows and 3 columns, so it takes up that much of space. And I have it all scaled to a 1080 by a 1080p, so 1080 by or 1920 by 1080 resolution, because that's what most people stream at, and I know that's what Dylan's streaming at in terms of the resolution on the screen for the stream. So I get this all laid out just right, and you can just show it as is essentially, with some exceptions, right? So like for Dylan, he likes using the stream elements chat, so you could just say chat equals false, and it hides that and leaves the space there, and everything else can stay the same type of thing, right? If you wanted to, or you can cut this out, because I know he makes that a little bit bigger, which I can work on doing that too. But in any case, this is pretty close to what he has. The last thing I want to do is get it to where instead of you showing the words as those little blocks, we're going to just have it comma delimited. So we'll do that next. Okay, that's basically what has happened since last stream. One last thing before I go ahead and move on to doing that, though, is I want to change this to, where's that? Down here. The 1.07 is what I want to make it. So we're going to save that. And that should fill in nicely there. Yep. I'm going to leave the chat true for now, so we can see how that sets in there. And we're good to go. All right. And then I'm going to turn on, not turn on, but I'm going to put in the manual letters so we can just see how those lay out briefly here. Okay. So you can see that's way too small. We gotta bump this up. And go from there. May says he had been running 2 words on streams. The difference is the block for the big word. Okay, yep. Gotcha. Really quick checking work stuff. I thought I saw something pop up. All right. So what I want to do now is change the CSS so that the correct word shows as comma separated words again. And Dylan shared. I'm going to copy this link and bring it up here. The CSS that he uses. And actually pause for a second.
Thanks for the raid RO_.
Heyo!
15 lovely people. Oh snap. RO_ just raided us with 15 viewers. Oh snap.
Wow.
RO_ just raided us with 15 viewers.
Thank you, AO.
Thanks for joining today, RO_.
Good to see you. Appreciate the raid. Welcoming everybody from AO Stream.
Joining today, Cat Soho.
If you're just tuning in, it's your first time here, I am Clarkio, the host of the show. I'm here every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the most part, and I stream about building software. In particular, the latest project I've been working on is this Words on Stream tool. So if you like playing Words on Stream at all, if you've never heard of it, it's a fun game. If you like playing word games, you should definitely check out streams that are streaming Words on Stream. But basically, I built out a tool that helps with that. Helps make it more approachable for newbies and even experienced players. And so I'm working on, right up AO's alley here, some of the design of how the words are shown in the correct word section. I had changed it to this, but we're gonna tweak this back to just being comma separated lists. So that's what's going on. If any or all of that interests you, I hope you stick around. If not, thanks for joining in on the raid from AO, and I hope you have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. What's up, Cat Soho? Good to see you. Thank you for joining in. Silly bot echoes any word that ends with a symbol. Yep. Like that. So my next step here is to get rid of that styling. And we were looking, and then I was showing, this is the CSS that Dylan overrides inside of his streaming software, OBS. AO says design be better than...
Today Stony_Eco.
AO says design be better though, don't change it back to comma separate. I mean, I hear you. I think visually speaking, it's very pleasing. However, in practicality, folks in Dylan's stream and another stream that use this tool, let me show you in Dylan's stream again. Dylan is one of our core users of the tool and has been influencing it. They found that they couldn't read the letters all that well. So Dylan has done some overriding of it and made it better. Welcome back, Sean. Happy to have you back. Stony, good to see you. Happy Friday. So this is how Dylan lays it out. So I'm following a similar layout. I'm trying to do that for a streamer to use. And then there's a player view, which the player view, I mean, you could use this view as the player as well if you'd like. But that's the idea. Okie dokes. I definitely like this a lot, but it's just hard to read, especially if there's a long, like in this case is scrolling too. So I made this whole section here. I mean, I'm zoomed out quite a bit, but it's 1920 by 1080 so that it fits people's aspect ratio for the stream that they're running. And we got to get it to where this stuff works better. My dyslexia stops me from reading comma separated. Really? Oh. What would be a good way to delineate between words then? Like, see how Dylan has it here? I'm curious. Maybe pipe delimited or something? Yeah. Different colors? I like these ideas. We gotta get creative with it. We gotta find a way that we can make it clear which correct words have already been guessed here without taking up too much space. Bigger spaces, bigger font a tad. What do you think of this? So you're saying bigger space in between words on this and bigger font? Oh, I shouldn't have unpaused it. Whoa, what happened here? Oh, that's the wrong one, that's why. But you get the idea. Alright, let's get into the CSS of this. Yes, a tad bigger space here would help. Font size is fine. Stony says, just take a look at your syntax highlighting. How easy it is to know what's an element, what's an attribute, and what's a value for the attribute, and what is just going to be text on the page. Yeah, like this. The thing is, we do, when at the end of the round, any missed words show up in a red highlight. So we have that going on at least. But outside of that, that's the extent. Without reading, I know where to be. Yeah. Excuse me. All right. So what I want to do is look at what is Dylan doing to do the commas instead of the. Because for me, for this, see, here you go. Here's an example. We have it like that, so you know that it's that. Should probably make the font white still. My primary need to program with dyslexia. Yeah. May says, what if you didn't have anything but space between words? How would that work? We could do that too. We could try that and see how it looks.
Oh, hey, Pasta Owl.
Pasta Owl. Pasta Owl.
Followed.
Thank you, Pasta Owl. Appreciate that follow. So let's mess with the CSS directly while this is sitting here. Why isn't it changing it? There's the color. Get rid of border, get rid of background. Border. Color. Why is there two? Oh, I know why. I have two different style sheets being applied in this page. That's why. Background. Let's get rid of the border.
Thank you for the 57 long months of subscribing, Bald Bearded.
Triple B.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Bald Bearded.
With the 57. Appreciate that. That's a heckin' long time. Triple B says, can't stay, but I love you, big guy. Love you too, buddy. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Ooh, thank you. Is that one we got today?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Especially before a long car ride. All right, is that legible? Sean says hi. I feel like that's hard to read. Yeah. I feel like we gotta have spaces in between. Or not spaces, but some type of symbol in between words. Let's do it on this page, actually. Alternating colors? Wouldn't that get trippy for each row?
It wants you to shake your moneymaker.
No, I'm not, Sean. I appreciate that, but I need to stay focused today. Thank you for redeeming that, Sean. But that's not going to happen. I need to stay, because I have limited, I think you might have missed at the beginning. Yeah, refund yourself. At the beginning of the stream, I have to do a shortened stream. I started earlier today because we're getting ready to do a road trip. Slugger, I like the idea of alternating colors. However, I don't know how that might... Like, think about, like, if this was, like, white, and then this was, like, blue, white, blue, or whatever, right? And then this one was the same thing. It's going to get really, like, trippy looking, like, checkerboard looking, right? AO says, font size 1.25 rem might be better. Weight at 600. Okay, let's... Let me get this one set up the same way. We're going to get rid of... border, background. Well, you know what? Even further, we need to call these streamer. What was that setting? Correct word. Where's correct? Word. Dot. All right, we're gonna call this streamer correct word, so it's very clear. I'm gonna do this real quick. Watch this. Control Shift L. Do this, and we're gonna say streamer, correct word. Remind me, I gotta update the JavaScript to do that as well. But for now, this will work. All right, so now that should isolate it better. So it's just one set of CSS applying to it. So now if I undo the border, background, maybe the background stays like that. Keep the font weight. Letter spacing. All right, and then AO is saying font 1.25. Weight, font weight is 600, yes. Sean says, and here I thought it might help you think by distracting yourself. Thanks, Sean. May says, what if black/white for guessed words and red for missed words? 3 colors, no checkerboard. Also, you can increase the space by doing space as a separator instead of commas. Yeah. How about that? The other thing to keep in mind is this will normally be like full screen like this. So this is more likely what it would look like on an actual stream. Close to it, not perfectly. Is that legible? Is that sufficient? And then we can experiment with like alternating colors too. I was thinking that in my mind, AO, as a question around the font that's being used. Maybe there's a better font we can put there that makes it more readable as well. I was busy chewing though. I didn't want to talk with my mouth full. So what font should we maybe go with here? Well, first of all, what font am I using? How do I see this? Font family. Share tech monospace. Fira code is very dev oriented but works well for reading. Is Fira... Correct words log. Does everybody have Fira code though? Like, is that globally available? Oh. 1.25, right? I think we got rid of this. We got rid of the background border radius. I think that was everything, right? How's that? Why is that getting overridden? Streamer correct word? That's why. That's why. All right, time for the next meeting. All right, have a good next meeting, Sean. Hope it goes well. If I don't see you, happy Friday and have a great weekend. You think that might work? We can do the letter spacing a bit better too. How about the letter spacing? Does that help? Here's with it on. Here's with it off. Oh, hot. Kind of the same. Comic Sans. I don't like clicking on links that I've never been to before on stream, just in case they dox me or some crap like that. Sophia Pro. I think I'm using Google fonts. So, like, what is the best readability in Google fonts? Get out of here. Roboto. Open Sans. Montserrat. Lado. All right, let's try these. I'll put it over here so I can read it and change it. All right. What if I get rid of the monospace? Oh, that's changing things, huh? That makes it a bit better, a bit bigger. The issue might be based on the max amount of entry available. You should go with Comic Sans. Thanks, Slugger. So once I took monospace out of that made it bigger, a little bit more readable, right? I'm gonna try Roboto. Is that Roboto? What is it doing? Am I doing this correctly? Oh, that's big. We need at least 4 rows visible at a time. I thought I was, let's look at the, so I'm pulling in this CSS, but then also from the base layout, I get the WoS helper CSS. I have a global CSS. I'm looking at mobile for size, and the previous version was fine-ish. I thought this was using a I thought it was pulling in Google Fonts somewhere, right? Yeah. Oh, it's pulling in just that specific font. Yeah, but wouldn't this get all the fonts? I'm not familiar with how to do this. I'm gonna have to look it up. AO says no. All right, in the meantime, let's play some words on stream while I eat. I'm gonna get the mirror link, drop that in the chat. Enter is a good font. Okay, that's the mirror link. Let me get my WoS up. Let me make this so that it's not blocking. And then also this. localhost. Slash streamer. Okay. Well, actually, maybe I just show it like this instead of the vertical. We'll play with this being full screen and see how this goes. I'll put it right there. So it's slightly smaller than what it would be on a normal stream. All right. All right. You all got the mirror link. Let me. Ooh, the other thing I got to do is get rid of the. Let's undo that and save that. Okay. All right. We ready? Let's play. While I eat. Not right now, May. Plus, I don't know if Dylan is around and available to like accept it. Anyway. Tried Owler. Owler didn't work on that one. Oh. These are not showing the way we want them. I wish it did, May.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today Bayako.
Morning. May, are you at the point where you memorize boards by chance? Oh, thank you for checking that, AO. Some boards, May. Do that. I'm gonna show this without. You know, there's got to be other layouts. Oh, I didn't think about this too. What other layout could you have? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try building a scene out. This is gonna give us a true sense of what this looks like. I'm gonna build a scene in OBS. And I'm gonna end up switching it to studio mode. Duplicate this, and I'm gonna call it WoS with camera. Let's try that. And I'm going to make another. Browser source. Streamer mode. Local. Okay. Grab this. Paste that in there and say 1920 by 1080. Alright. And then I want to move that down. Oh, really far down, actually. All right, you ready, chat? Bam. So you're not going to see me coding on it necessarily, but this is going to show it. What do you think of this? Kind of miss building this. I know. I'm just saying for now, first, for the time being, because all I'm going to be doing behind the scenes, May, is just trying to tweak that. I can't even click to zoom in, but you know, the correct words area. I'm not going to be I'm not going to be working on anything else right now. Am I muted, you're saying? Or was that like in response to the board? Did I look at Leica's? No, not yet. Oh, I had the other day, but I'm not recalling offhand right now. Is Leica streaming right now? Search. Leica. Yes, he's streaming, but not there. What's the full name again? Probably found it on this. Okay, I got him. Oh, I see. Man, everybody's different in how they use it. It's almost like I gotta make this to where people can grab and place each thing. It's like I gotta make each component of this, like the stuff below me, the board stuff above me, the board itself. It's like I gotta make it so that they could just custom load it themselves how they want. I think right like this is a good starting point, getting a base layout. Did I see his comment in Discord? Yes, I did, but I forget what he said. He put a chroma key to get rid of the wordless background in OBS, which makes the words stand out better. And you could see the other source background. But I took it off and just changed 90% opacity, which looks better, and the background source is still solid. Yeah. No, I see that. I'm looking at a stream. I see what he did. This is a good perspective to get, though, and thank you for sharing that, May, as well, because it's identifying to me that not everybody's going to want to lay it out this way necessarily, which is fine. I think I need to start off one way, though, like this, and then add the ability to break out each component. AO says, that's why the design I made last time was basically the same design as the website directly on top of it. Yes. Yep. Biocast says, make page a grid, make divs assignable to some area of the grid. That's what you're thinking? Not so much that. What I'm thinking is kind of like what Dylan does, I think. Dylan makes... Let me show you a little bit. Oh, no, I can't show you from here. But like each piece of it, Dylan makes into his own browser source in his OBS streaming software, is my understanding. Or the other thing he does potentially is he tweaks the CSS over it. Like he overrides the CSS essentially and moves things around and adjusts the size of things that way, which I think is much harder than just cropping, basically taking this browser source, cropping it down to each component for it. What I'm trying to do is eliminate the need to do that. Right now, what I'm trying to do is eliminate the need to do that and let somebody just use a straight up, use this layout. If you want to do a full screen stream of words on stream with the helper tool, you can use this. And then I think the next step would be, I'll make it to where, kind of like what I'm doing here, where I have query parameters in the browser. Oh, you can't see my screen, but you know how I have the query parameters in the URL where it says like board equals true or Twitch channel equals this. I'll make it so that if you turn off things, that way it doesn't use up resources in the browser and therefore use up resources in OBS when you're streaming. And you can then pick and choose which component to show and hide, essentially, right? I think that might be what I do in that next step of making this more customizable. Base URL / game board. Yep. So I'm thinking that way. Background says base URL / game board, base URL / game board / part equals correct words only. Yes, something like that, right? So you can get the full board or just a component of it. Yes, that's kind of what I'm thinking would be the best, not necessarily the best, but would be a good option for situations like people that don't want to use this standard layout that I'm using right now for their stream. And mine, keep in mind, I had to squeeze mine in a little bit because I had the overlay below. And that type, I mean, I can hide that actually. In fact, let me try. Hide that. And then set this, reset transform on this. Not the camera, this one. All right, so now that's full screen. That's funny, it shows the Astro developer tooling in the bottom there. We can turn off lunch break too, I don't need that. So this is kind of, this is it. This makes me think, oh, do I need to reset the zoom on this? Why is there so much space on the bottom? See the bottom below the letters section and the words section over there? Why is that space there like that? It's all 1080p. It all fits within 1080p. There's my socials rolling. Hide that too. That doesn't make sense, right? If I made the resolution of all of the grid to be 1080p, why is there extra space at the bottom? That should just fit in to the whole, because my resolution in OBS here on my canvas is 1080p, right? 1920 by 1080, yeah. So what's making it not? Properties, 1920 by 1080. Refreshed it too. So you get the full board or just a component? Yeah, I read that already, sorry. Yes, basically widgets AL. Now I'm confused why that bottom piece, is it because of the Astro run Astro preferences disable dev toolbar? Let me try that. Alright, I restarted it without the Astro toolbar. Let's refresh it in OBS. Alright, they're automatically refreshed.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Ramp Rowdy.
What's up, Ramp Rowdy? Happy to have you here, first time chatter. You asked, are you building a bot to play words on stream? No, I don't. Well, depends on what you mean to play words on stream. Like to automatically do answers and stuff? No. What I've built is a tool that, well, we can start playing and you'll see basically. Let's restart. a tool that shows the stuff at the top, like the best on my channel.
Follow Ramp Rowdy.
Ramp Rowdy, thank you for the follow.
Followed.
Right, so you see it shows the correct words that were guessed in the list below there. It shows the big word here, and it keeps track of like different stats and things like that to some degree. Not like we're gonna add more to it, but that's the plan basically with it. And so what I'm working on though is rearranging the layout a little bit of things for people to just import this as is into their own streams that do 24/7 words on streams. And then tweaking the readability of the words, correct words area. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, Ramp Rowdy. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you think that. I had no idea it was going to become what it is. I built it for my own channel, and then more and more people have learned of it, partly in thanks to one of our community members here, May, who has shared it and who's an avid player and plays in a lot of different channels of words on stream. And she shared it around, and then people were like, oh, I really like this, and started using it in their own streams. So it's become somewhat popular in the words on stream community. So I'm trying to keep iterating on it, making it better. And that's what I'm working on lately to make it better. But this is interesting. Why is it not fitting 1080p? Showing that it's, oh, I see, because it doesn't. Okay, I need to make it so that the correct words module fills in more. That's why it looks like there's that space at the bottom. What's it called again? The correct words, streamer, correct. Board container, levels, chat, correct words, log container, flex, column 3. Say height, 100%. Why is that not filling it? Oh, because I put a max height on that. Oops, sorry. Every time I save, it's going to refresh on you all. Sorry about that. Oh, there's an error. Oh, we're up to 10,131 words, by the way. I'm going to put that in the Discord real quick. There seems to be some type of error. Why is it loading that streamer correct words log? Change the name of it. Correct words log. Oh, if I change that. Yep, I can't change the name of that. Fudge. How do I get the height to fill? Yeah, I think we can get an extra row to fill in. May is kind of like what I'm thinking here. I'm just trying to get it to where it'll fill. There we go. I think that does it. That filled it in now. Yes. That should be looking better. Let me see on stream. Ooh, it's a little too close. I need to put like a little bit of a, maybe a little bit of a, I don't know, like spacing padding a little bit. I don't know, because it's like right against the edge. So what I could do is.
An ad is about to start in 2 minutes on Twitch.
Streamer. Correct words log container. Gap is 0.2. Is that what does it? No. Padding. Yeah, a little bit of padding. Slight padding. What do you think about that, chat? Does that look pretty good? That fills in nice, I think, now. Now it goes all the way to the bottom. All right, so we just need to get rid of the chip looking thing in the CSS, which was...
An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
Under correct words. There's a word group. Word group title. Word group words. Streamer correct word. We got rid of. We did. But I need to update the CSS. Oh, that's the thing. The JavaScript for this page needs to be different if I call it streamer correct word. Well, I can just change it on regular. Alright, so we get rid of the border, the background, border radius. And then we wanted font size to be 1.25. And change the font family.
The ad is starting now and will go for 180 seconds.
Sorry, it keeps screwing up the thing. You know what I might do is... Where's regular WoS helper? Oh. Oh, now it's all busted because it's like, you keep changing things. There we go. I'm going to overlay this on top of it for now. so that doesn't refresh on you, chat. And you can at least keep playing it. All right, how does that look? Should check on mobile. Look at all those spaces. How do I look at my stream full screen? Let me see. I can read those words on mobile. I can read those words on mobile. That looks better. Might need 1.4 REM instead of 1.25. Yeah, desktop is farther away, yeah. Why is the level not updating either? Oh, there we go. It just wasn't connecting. Alright, I'm watching my own stream. Oh, and I'm getting an ad. I'm not signed in on this one. Let me go. Yeah, it is kind of tiny on desktop. Dang, no ad for Tron. Well, that big word is touching the edge there, huh? Right over here. I should make that smaller, maybe. All right, in terms of the grid. Make those last two row columns a little bit bigger, maybe. Let me see how that looks with all those words like that. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. Even at 1080p, those are tiny on stream. That's pretty good, yeah. Like, with all that many 4-letter words, I can probably move that correct words section over by whatever that is, like 50 pixels, to give some space to the big word area and all that. I think. Methinks. What do you think, chat? I'm welcome feedback and input. checking on mobile too. Like in mobile, it's easier to read because it's smaller screen and you're holding it closer to your face. I just need to make it like maybe a little bit bigger. Try. Maybe 1.5. 2 is too big. Make the thing a flex box with the word in flex row and the big word in fit content. Let me switch to this scene so you can see what I'm doing here. So if we look at the grid, you can see how I have the grid broken up. So what I'm thinking to do is that third column, cutting that in half. Essentially, yeah, cutting, if I can cut that column in half, essentially, just for, I want to leave the top alone. So just for that row, basically, I need to update that row. I want the, basically, I want the, yeah, I guess I could do what you're saying, right? Like, I can make that bottom row a flex container. Like, I'll put all that in that same grid row. And then make it flex. I'm talking out loud, thinking out loud here with this. Make it flex. Well, I think for the main components, I'll make it a grid within the grid there. Flex full column. Oh, can I do that? Like, let's go back here. Let's put all these back in so we have something, since we're not playing it right now. So you're saying this, we can... Well, you just create an element that takes 5 columns. Maces could change font size a tad smaller for big word. Yes, that would definitely help with that too. But I'm like the way it was laid out before. Maybe if we go back to that scene, it should not have refreshed. Oh, it did refresh. Dang it! But you see how much space there is from. It's better if I go back to this so I can show. Like, look how much space there can be in each row of the correct words to the end of the row. I don't know if it ever gets to where it would fill all the way to here. And even so, I think it will expand vertically. I think we've seen that before. In fact, we can test it out maybe. Set the width to like, I don't know, 50%. I don't know, 75%. Yeah, see, it ends up going like that. Which I don't really want it to do that. Oh, maybe I could just do that. Or even mess with the grid. Maybe I just make it 80% width. You want to change the size of the third column. Not necessarily. What I was thinking, because what I like the size of the board being that size. Like, I think that makes it legible to see the full game of words on stream in a normal 1080p resolution. What I need to do is maneuver the stuff around it. So I don't want to mess with the board size anymore. I got it just in the right spot and just at the right size, I think. I don't think it should go any smaller because that'll make it harder to like play the game and see. So I'm just trying to tweak this section. So 80 is like about half, maybe 85. Yeah, 85 puts it right in the middle. However, I need to get the letters over then. Which if I start the letters one more column over. All right, let's try and change that. And then the letters, this, column 2, say 1. Oh, grid column start 4. I'm gonna say 3. Oh, that messes everything up. If I move it to 3, look how wonky it gets. So I can't move it to that column. I think I gotta put all that. I gotta put all of this element, okay, and then all of this element inside of its own, the same container, and have it just span all the rows. I think that's my option, and then I can tweak that a bit better to fill the space. I love CSS and styling so much, chat. Look how much fun time we're spending on this instead of actually adding features. Adding functionality that makes it better. I mean, I'm saying that a little bit jokingly because it is making the overall experience of using it better. So there is that. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna wrap this in div class. We're gonna call it streamer, say lower container, say our bottom container. We're gonna wrap that in here. And then what I'm going to do is take this grid stuff from this class. Save that. Oh, it did not like that, huh? We're going to find that. I am display flexing that. Look at that. We're going to say grid column this and that. We're going to cut that out of that. And we're going to say streamer bottom container. I want it to do that. Now we're getting somewhere with it. Row start 4, span all 5. That didn't help. What is it doing? Oh, probably because I have the grid chat frame and that. It cut those out. No, that didn't. Oh wait, that's level data. What is that called then? What is this part called? What did I name it? Streamer level data grid container. Streamer level data. Yeah, that's it. Display grid, grid column. What's making it go down there? Is it because the correct words is... The width of this is probably, yeah. Is it because the width is 100%? What's making this take up all that space? I got rid of the 85%. That was just to test. That was just to visually see where it would lay out with the 85% nay. It wasn't. What the heck is making it go on to the next? What's this? It's got to be this. Grr. Something with the width. Why is it wrapping this down here? Stop it. Stop it, yo. Is this doing it? No. This? No. Why is width unchecked? It shouldn't even be there. Guess because I commented out. Is the flex still on? Oh, that might be it. I think I need that though, don't I? It's not showing how. Maybe I gotta give it a set width. I gotta define the width. Say width. Back to that 85% again. I did, right? Nope. What the leverage AI here? There's all that width and height stuff. Right, didn't hear that's why. Power. Okay, that's changing. That's a bit better. Then I need to set the width on this, I think. Which is 85, okay. What did I put in here? 75. All right, let's change that to 75. And then the other one, 25. 75. Both places so they don't override each other. And then, so that's the correct words. streamer level data. We're gonna set the width to be 25%. No? I made it 60. And then if I do this one, something's making that go to the next row. What is it? What the frick is making this go to the next row? That does nothing. This is, I mean, even if I turn the flex off, okay, it's like... Gosh, this is frustrating. Uncheck everything. The width definitely gets affected. What do I need to knock this down to make it freaking fit? Oh my gosh, I'm getting frustrated. I hate CSS. I freaking hate CSS so much. Like, what is the problem? Do I need to make this into a grid too? Streamer bottom container. Maybe I make that flex. Display flex. Okay, that did something. Oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me? That's what it took? Alright, so if I change the style of this... It's gonna be bigger. I think I gotta do like flex direction row. Wait, what does that do? Excuse me. Flex containers main axis has the same orientation as the block. Yeah, I want it to flow across the row for each item. Now, how do I get it to freaking fill out? Oh, wow. No, I need to have a fixed width then. Let's say like, I don't know, 800 pixels. Developing in CSS. Why does this seem so off now too? Like, where's the... want it to be like right in the middle here. 1200. I think it could be more than that. I think I can go to here. 1275. All right, we're gonna go with 1275. We don't need that anymore. We don't need this anymore. We need to find correct words log. I'm gonna set the width. 1275 here and in here. All right, I think that could work. Let's start playing. Let's see how it looks in here. I think that's pretty good. Why isn't it loading though? Oh, it didn't move. It moved the board. The board got... Because this was overlaying it more. So what did I do? I think I gotta make the height of that bottom row smaller. Did I hard code the height? Let's see what I changed on this. I think I hard coded the height, that's why, right? No? Did I do it in here? Oh yeah, height 100%. I got rid of the min height. I need to get rid of that. Get rid of that. That might screw everything up. You have six rows of words instead of 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why is that so much? What changed with that? It's like once I moved this. Look at the grid again. Why did that bottom row get so thick? It's so thick. This streamer bottom container. Is it the column span? How does this work? Column start. You covered up the correct words. Yeah. Something's making this height so much bigger. This? Does this have a height on it? No, none of this has a set height. Gotta be something in here. Certainly not hitting that. The board covers up that line. FBI, open up! Hey, welcome back, Sean. The board covers up what line? Something made it move thicker. For the lulz. Why is this higher? I hate CSS. It sucks. CSS is the freaking worst, man. Correct words? It covers the words, correct words. potential miswords. What's covering the potential miswords, chat? Oh, right now. Oh, that's because of... sorry. That's because I had an extra one put in there. You all weren't seeing everything I was seeing. So because the page kept refreshing, I put another instance of the words on Streamboard on top of everything. That's my bad. I was like, what are you talking about? I see it right here. It's right here. it's this part. It's very visible. What I'm talking about. So I don't know what CSS Practice is affiliate right now, but trying to redo my website. It has gone poorly. Yes. Why is the height of this row in the grid, stream robotic container, so much taller now? I didn't do anything to make it taller. Not that I can tell, like what changed? I didn't change the column length, height of anything. We can change the gap a bit. That doesn't do nothing. Padding. No, I want the padding. What is making this? I want to cry. I want to cry. It's frustrating. Is this? No. That's doing what it needs to do. Everything looks good. You changed from 4 rows to 6 rows. Right, I'm with you on that, May. I don't understand why that changed from 4 rows to 6 rows, though. If I just, maybe, are you saying, like, if I get rid of... I think... All right, so now it's shrunk. Oh, it's shrunk a lot because the min height. No, min height is 225. How does it look in this? I'm getting mad. Is there not a max height? I guess I gotta set a max height. Min height 225, height 100%.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Cecile.
What gamer replay day? What's up, Cecil? You're witnessing me get really mad at CSS bullshit. Oh, there we go. Okay, now the problem is if there's words in there. Put the words in there. Boom, it expands up. I need a max height, I guess, like Sean said. I want it to stay that. Let's see what the height is. What's the height of this now? 323. The name of the game is Anger on Stream. Yeah. All right. So max height for this. Height is 100%. Min height is that. Max height. What'd I say? 323 pixels. And I gotta do this in 2 places because I'm a knucklehead and I should have freaking done it. All right, so now if I put in all those words, undo that. Did it move? Yes, it's still moved. What the fuck is it still doing moving? It's moving ever so slightly. Does the flex change the height? I don't know. So Cecil, if you're not familiar, the game that's on the board here is called Words on Stream. We'll play around in a second here because I got to get ready to go actually. Throw some AI at it. I'm tempted to, but I'm trying to not. I'm trying to still like I try to flip flop between leaning on it heavily to not leaning on it at all. And in this case, I feel like I should be able to logically just do it. But CSS effing sucks. I'm trying to be an engineer today. Thanks. Well, I guess if I look at this, no, you can't see. Let me switch scenes really quick. When I look at the bottom container, oh, you know why? I need the max height of the correct words. What is the height of that right now? That's 269. I got switched to that. That's why it got bigger. I was calculating the wrong 269. 69. Wow. All right, that should do it. So now if I bring back this, it shouldn't move. Yes. Thank goodness. All right. I'm going to call it there. 2 gigaties. I haven't touched CSS in years, and this is making me remember why. Exactly. All right, so let's play the game. I'm going to show you what we built, Cecil. So this game that we play, it's called Words on Stream. And basically, you're going to see a bunch of letters in the game board area, which is up here. It says game over right now because I got to restart it. I didn't make this game. This is a game that lots of streamers play. Some people throw this game on when they got to step away and they leave their stream up or something like that so that their viewers can stay entertained and play a game while they're not there. Some people have 24/7 streams of just this game playing so people can pop in and play that way if they like. Okay. I used to do it just over lunch break and then while I was working on other stuff, and then so we could keep playing while I'm eating lunch. And then it turned into let's enhance this game because there were some things and techniques that we learned as we started playing this game more that helps beginners and even experienced players do better at the game without giving away the game by giving answers and stuff. So anyway, you'll see. Push into prod. Yes, I'm going to in just a second. So I'm going to call my suggestion to win. Yes, I'd say so, Sean. All right, let me switch to the scene where we get the full feel of how it looks in a stream at 1080p. Let that load up. Come on, baby. Load up. Load up streamer mode. There we go. All right, let's restart. Oh, wait. Well, I guess it clears the words out anyway beforehand. All right, so now you see the letters. We can make like cart. You just type in the words made with those letters, Cecil, into the chat. Now, the key thing is you get locked from guessing again until the little progress bar that's that teal color right under the letters. You see the little lock symbols? Once those unlock, then you can guess again, basically, if you made a correct guess. I can't think of any other words right now. Crat, track, taco, orca. There's one. And you'll see like those little empty squares, Cecil, tell you how many letters. The board shows you what words we need to guess, or how many words we need to guess, and how many letters each word is on the board, type of thing. Aorta. They don't have aorta on here? Aorta? Actor. There you go, Cecil. All right, so something that starts with a T. T-A, tarot. That's what it was. All right, now we passed that level and we move to the next one. Let's continue. All right, I'll be right back, chat, actually.
The passion takes over, infecting your body. You lose control. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. Gotta have your body. Gotta have your body. I don't need nobody. Gotta have your body. Gotta have your body. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. Gotta have your body. Gotta have your body. Just feel what's real now. Gotta feel what's real now.
All right, chat. I gotta get going. I am going to push this to production. We need to. Oops. Need to let probably Dylan and folks know if they don't refresh. So if they watch this VOD, just in case, if you don't refresh the browser source, you'll stick with the old version.
And thanks for joining today, Dylan Khan.
Hey, what's up, Dylan? I was just speaking about you and other folks that might be using the tool. I'm pushing these changes out. So Dylan, I put this in 1080p, like full screen. This is the full source basically, with just the chat turned off so my camera can be here.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today.
What's up, Dubsman? And this is what it looks like. I think I want to bump up the font a little bit more because it's still kind of tiny on desktop, at least for the correct words. But I think I got everything else laid out pretty well in that regard. So in any case, if you refresh, just a heads up that it might mess up your custom settings on top of it, because I'm pushing these changes. I have some more work to do on this, but I gotta get going because we gotta beat traffic for this road trip we gotta take this weekend. Tweak to layout in streamer mode view. Push. All right, so that's going to prod now. I will stop current code space. I'll likely work on things between now and next stream. Reminder, let me switch to close things out. Reminder is I will be here. We'll have a normal stream next week, but then this October 17th, I will be away and we will not have a stream. I should be back on the 24th, but there's a possibility I may not be. So keep an eye out on that. Join. No. What? Stop it. Yes. Thanks for the stream and changes. Safe travels. Thank you, May. So just a heads up on that. If you want to keep in touch, any updates to the schedule will be shared in the Discord. That's the best place to keep in touch. Link for that is clarkio.com/discord. Thanks everybody for your support. Thank you for the subs, the follows, the channel point redemptions. If you are lurking, you're just here, that means a lot too. We're gonna head on over into Dylan's stream, raid him. If you want to play more words on stream, it's a great place to do that. And outside of that, that does it. Okay, I had fun today. I feel like we made some good progress, even though I got frustrated with the damn CSS. I hate CSS. I really do. Chat, I hate it. What a pain in the butt. It's the worst. It aggravates me. I needed to lean on AI for that a little bit more. All right, so I'm getting set up to raid Dylan over there. Dylan, you got Dylan R Games going too. What's that one doing? I'll check it out. In any case, have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. I hope you all have fun, and I hope to see you next week. All right?
An ad is about to start in 2 minutes.
Perfect timing. We're going to close out before the ad. Peace out, everybody. Bye. 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 Bye.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Fixit 42. An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.